Greetings, 565 here, back with another glorious product review. About a year ago, I did the regular Model O review. Now it's time to do the wireless one. Hopefully this review will help you guys make your decision on whether you want to buy one or not too. So, this is the package. It's a pretty standard mouse package. I'll compare it to last year's package. I have it right here. It's a lot wider, not as tall, obviously, dimension-wise. Yeah, this new one, I feel like this is a far better box design than last year. Or not last year, but the last generation of the mice. We got the specs, we got the BAMF sensor, 400 inches per second tracking max, 19,000 DPI max, 69 grams, all the stuff, right? 71 hour battery life, assuming you have RGB off. You got all the good stuff here. Alright, so let's cut this bad boy open. There it is. There's the wireless glorious Model O. Regular size, of course. Anything special on the top shell? Let's see. I doubt it. There's nothing special on the top shell. Alright, here it is. And that is definitely a wireless mouse. It feels lighter, even though it's spec'd out as heavier than the previous Model O. It surely feels lighter. The mouse clicks feel sturdy. Oh my gosh, this is a sturdy mouse. This is exponentially more durable. There's no... I'm squeezing it. There is no creaking, no squishing. Glorious stepped up their game and their build quality. That is for sure. For sure, I mean. That's fantastic. And it feels like it feels like a wireless mouse. That's the truth. It feels like a wireless mouse. Alright. Let's see what's up next, shall we? It seems to me here that we have remove film from mouse feet before use. So I guess that was an issue last time. That I guess not enough people understood that these blue things need to be removed. I did because my friend told me beforehand. Alright, let's get this bad boy open. It's gonna be like the 10th time I've said that. Wireless dongle. Oh, that's an adapter. So this little thingy right here, this is what you plug in into your computer, right? This allows you to plug it in at the end of your charging cable and then take your charging cable out and plug it into the mouse whenever you need to charge your mouse. It's pretty nice design, I think. And since it's got a little rubber base so it can sit and not, yeah. And I'm definitely the kind of person who doesn't really care about cables. I just don't want the cables in the way, like here. So I'll be happy to have this. We got the cable. We just got a sticker. As always, I have one on the front of my PC case. I'll replace it with this one, newer and shinier. Yes, it does look this colorful in real life as well. Glorious Model O PC gaming race. Here we go. We got the manual. Don't need that. Cable and a tasty snack. Glorious did a glorious job making this thing. That is the truth. Welcome back to another mouse review. I did one like this last year just for the wired version of this mouse, and I'm actually really excited to tell you guys what I think of this, because the glorious Model O wireless is one of the best mice I've ever used. So I think I should first go over the mouse itself. Obviously, very, very solid build quality. I haven't noticed any issues with the build. It is just a couple grams heavier, but that combined with the build quality makes the mouse just feel even more solid. The buttons are even clickier, as you'll be able to hear. The left and right buttons feel just a tiny bit more shallow, but also feel snappier. In the end, they just feel better than the original Model O. The middle click button is distinctly clickier. The side buttons click smoothly and deeply. They don't bend in, they go all the way in flat. Same thing for the DPI adjust. I kept the original mouse feet on my wired one, and it felt great on the cloth pad. On this mouse, I installed the Glorious Floats, which is their ceramic skates, which honestly, this thing just looks amazing. I just love the look of the underneath of it. I mean, of course the top, but that's the original Model O. Look, it's already great. Both the ceramic skates does add a couple more grams, and again, the whole thing about it being heavier but also a solid build just overall makes it feel solid. These skates give the best control I've ever felt on a cloth pad, and I haven't got my hard pad in yet, but I've tried this on hard surfaces and I get insane speed. So if you have a couple extra dollars to spare, I would definitely recommend the ceramic skates as well. The software for this is straightforward, easy to use, installs on Windows and only on Windows, like a normal Windows app where you download the executable and you launch it, installs, does all the stuff. In usage of this, it said it needed a firmware update, and every time I tried to install it, it said to plug in the mouse, right? Plugged in, and every time I tried to install it, it gave me an error. I looked up why else was doing it, and it just said uninstall and reinstall. So that's what I did. I uninstalled, reinstalled it, restarted my computer, and then it said that it needed the dongle and the cord to be plugged in at the same time, which I'm not sure why it wasn't giving me the error before, but once I plugged in both, the firmware installed perfectly fine, and the mouse was fine. The rest of the software is easy to use. It's straightforward. You can switch between, for DPI, you can have a bunch of macros and keybinds. Honestly, in my opinion, the button functionality is a lot more robust in this software. You can set it a lot more precisely than you could in the previous software, and you can switch between different profiles. Not something useful for me, but you can. Of course, you can set lighting like normal. You can also change the lighting, whether it's plugged in or not. You can change how bright it is, which I thought was pretty neat. So the software is pretty good. Now, of course, there's my personal review after using it for probably about 5 or 6 hours of gameplay. I play Crunker, which, if you know what that is, it's very fast paced. Lots of flicking the mouse and lots of tracking, right? Not a lot of slow gameplay. This thing initially had stuttering issues, right? Where I'd flick the mouse and you'd watch my crosshair go across the screen, jump, and then continue smoothly. But the mouse's motion was one smooth swipe. What fixed it was putting the dongle right in front of the mouse, because Glorious packs as you saw in the unboxing, they pack a little USB-C to USB-A dongle, so you can put the dongle right in front of your mouse and then unplug it and charge your mouse when you need. The firmware update from the Glorious core software fixed it. I installed the update after getting the software to work. I just installed the update. It fixed the tracking issues, the stuttering. I had no issues past that. Aside from that one little hiccup, this thing feels like a wired mouse. I've had no latency issues. I've not had no issues with the cord, because I end up catching the cord a lot and it stops my motion. That doesn't exist with this thing because it is a wireless mouse, and that's what I love about it. Yeah, it's just the Model O but wireless. Anything you can imagine any advantages a wireless mouse will bring you, this brings you. Oh, and speaking of battery life, I haven't had it die on me. I mean, I keep the lighting at like 30%. It's a static color, and I have it turn off the LED after 1 minute of inactivity. It's really cool because when you plug this in, it'll show you the battery level via the scroll wheel, which I thought was pretty neat. It's a nice touch. This is just a tiny little bit of battery saver. You see the DPI light? I don't use it. I just have it set to a static DPI. But when the sensor reaches your liftoff distance setting, the light will turn off. I thought that was just pretty. Welcome back to a another mouse review. I did one like this last year just for the wired version of this mouse, and I'm actually really excited to tell you guys what I think of this, because the glorious Model O wireless is one of the best mice I have ever used. I forgot to mention the sensor is improved. It's a different glorious sensor, and the only thing I noticed about it was the tracking speed difference. It feels a little more solid with tracking compared to the Model O wired, because it's 400 inches per second instead of like 100 inches per second. I forgot the exact numbers. In conclusion, it's a great mouse. If you have the money, get it. That's my recommendation. If you have the money, get it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. I say that. You know, it's funny that I say that. I say that as if you guys would forget to subscribe. That's a really stupid thing to say if you really think about it, because oh no, I like someone, oh I forgot to subscribe. The button's literally right there and it's in big red text. You wouldn't forget. You know what? I'm not saying don't forget to subscribe. I'm telling you, hit that button. I don't care about the notification thing. You don't like it or not. I don't like notifications, so just make sure the bell is off. Comment what you thought. If you're excited for the Model O wireless or your Model O wireless, whatever. Yeah, and I'll see you tomorrow.